Lazima nikukosoe baba kama usiku wa manane. Nisipigwe. Mambo ya Orengo baba. Na benye umetoka na wewe mbali kama leo wako. Ni nini nafanyika? Endeni mkae chini na Orengo. Wananchi hawajafurahia. Hata makabila zingine hawajafurahia. Ende ukae chini kama mtu alikuwa amekudanganya ama advisor. Baba won't pain. Mambo ya Orengo tafadhali. Usiku wa manane. Mambo ya Orengo kidistoria. Msame. Bali Orengo ametoka na wewe.
We can all hear what Orengo is saying on social media. Orengo has a point that everyone else would like to hear and would like it to be implemented. Before I proceed, what do you hear Orengo is saying? What do you think Orengo has in mind? That's going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. Let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel.
Me as James Agre Orengo, putting aside even my position as a governor, that justice must be done. We cannot kill our people, and the time when we are mourning them, we are looking for officers. That cannot happen. We must first deal with injustice before we can deal with questions that arise out of that injustice. So I'm praying that Kenyans will listen to the voices of mothers like Mother Kevin to see that justice is done. Justice is done. And I want to say, those who are in a rush to join Ruto, that Ruto is a passing cloud. I am saying that without a fear of contradiction. Because Ruto now has no money. Because he has been borrowing. And the Kenyans have told him, you cannot borrow. Ruto has said no taxation. But he said he is continuing to taxation. And he refused taxation through the finance bill. So he cannot tax Kenyans. Ruto has lost the confidence of the international community. So, where is Ruto going to take us? Ruto is taking us into a sinking ship. And I'm urging everybody that joining Ruto is a disaster, is an abomination. It cannot work.
Now, let me talk about this. James Agre Orengo has come out to speak against Raila Odinga's moves. I can say it's not a plan or maybe a mix-up Raila Odinga is trying to do. No. Raila is too selfish to do that. It is simply Orengo being himself. Why? Orengo was against President William Ruto from the way back before. It did not just start today. Right from the Nadico report, all through. Right from even BBI. Orengo came out to speak against BBI. We all remember that. He stopped Uhuru Kenyatta. He told them, this thing is unconstitutional. There's some shortage somewhere. They did not listen to him, and eventually William Ruto brought it down. Orengo spoke about it. Now he's speaking against Raila Odinga's association with President William Ruto. Raila Odinga, just like he is still rubbishing Orengo, sending his boys to attack Orengo, to bring him down, to threaten to impeach him. But now I ask myself, what wrong did Orengo do? Because let me first analyze what he said. This gentleman simply said that how did we get to ourselves at the broad-based government? It started from the youths of this country saying no to Finance Bill 2024. The government retaliated by killing some of them. After killing them, Raila Odinga realized William Ruto is vulnerable. He bounced on that opportunity and was given some powers from William Ruto and some favors. That move by Raila Odinga did not augur well with Orengo and many other leaders and the people at the grassroots. Therefore, Raila Odinga did not care despite the voices that you are selling us. He was given money to go for the AU campaigns, assuming Kenyans are the same. Raila Odinga did not stop there. He even appointed cabinet secretaries. Youths gave their conditions. Raila Odinga with William Ruto, they ignored. Raila Odinga proceeded with his selfishness and William Ruto until to date. Then now Orengo is asking, as you talk about broad-based, there are those who got killed on the streets by police officers on the broad daylight. Where is their compensation? Where has justice been served? Are those police officers arrested? No. Are those police officers even stopped work in any way? No. Have those families even been visited, even told sorry by mouth? No. Have we had abductions stopping? No. Threats are all over still. One story that Orengo was, I think he was actually referring to that one of Kisumu. Leave alone even the Gen Z demonstrations. When Raila Odinga called the demonstration back in 2022-2023, Raila Odinga said, let's come to the streets and protest against the incompetent President William Ruto. Youths listened to his call and they came out in the streets. But when Raila Odinga got the opportunity now, he did not remember the youths. What do I mean by that? The youths, there is a specific family in Kisumu which had young men and women. And the young men participated in the demonstrations. After the demonstrations were over, someone spied, they were monitored, they were known. And then they were followed right into their homes. At their homes, these people were beaten by allegedly the police officers, were seriously injured. After the injuries, some of them succumbed and died in the hospitals. I think the family buried 2 people. Apart from that, a gentleman from Kisi here, he was in Maseno School, Maseno University, a 3rd-year student. He participated in the streets. He was shot right into his head and he died. He died. He was buried, and I remember in that funeral, even Simbarati and Anyang' Nyong'o were present. They attended the funeral. I remember, but then that was among the few cases that died during the demonstrations from Kisi here. Actually, Nyamira County. So when Orengo is talking, it's not just stories. It is simply what we need. Justice for these people died. Orengo is trying to say that let us not make it normal for people to die in this country. Baby Pendo was killed by police officers. Baby Murad the same. We had IBC commissioner who was murdered, his finger taken off. Brutal killing. Orengo is saying we cannot normalize such kind of actions. And then now, Raila is sending his men to threaten him for impeachment. Press conferences right, left and center for saying that. What happened to Raila Amolo Odinga? What happened to Raila Amolo Odinga? What happened to him that is taking these things to be known? Why has he allowed selfishness to take over his life, his thinking, his actions, until Orengo has to be seen as a hero in this country? Luckily now as we speak today, despite there are few followers of Raila Odinga who feel that Orengo is wrong, there are so many who have come out to completely stop Raila Odinga from threatening James Orengo. And in this case here, I have played a video at the beginning. You heard how that young man was speaking sense. When you listen to him, that guy looks like a drunkard, like a joker, some comedian or something in Jacaranda. But when he spoke this time around, I really fear that he, despite being just a politician, a supporter of Raila, is seeing sense. He's telling Raila Odinga, don't touch Orengo. You've come from far, standing for these principles that Orengo is talking about. Now respect them. That is what this gentleman is telling Raila Odinga. But you can see from all indications, people in the ground are rejecting. what Raila Odinga is planning against Orengo. I'm sure Orengo cannot become poor because of simply being against Raila Odinga. No. The Gumbandairo city can be removed, kicked out, and go home. But the fact remains that Orengo is already rich. He has been in politics for more than about 40 years and is so much experienced to an extent that these small things cannot scare him. He can decide to even vie for presidency. Who cares? I don't know what's your take as far as what is happening as Orengo, to Orengo is concerned, but let me see in the comment section what can you pick from Orengo, or what even happened to Raila Odinga. Thank you so much for subscribing. For those who subscribe, keep following the videos that we do here. See you next time.